One of the worst parts of being an adult, in my opinion, is just the amount of time that you have to spend doing essentially life admin, like scheduling things, renewing things, just those little tasks that just add up that are unbelievably annoying. And the average person spends 5.5 years of their life doing these things. And as someone that talks about how these structural forces can shape how we think and use our money, I want to point out that a lot of this friction that I think a lot of us experience when we do these life admin things is very much designed. This is something known as sludge, which is complexity that is deliberately added to something to discourage you from doing it. And I think so many people have expressed a feeling of exhaustion between work and life and then having to spend all this time dealing with these things. And I think what's really shifted in the past couple years, because, chores and errands have been around forever, but I think what has really changed is that the amount of sludge has really increased while the safety nets have thinned. So the onus has never been more on the individual to manage their life, and it's becoming increasing more complex to do so. Yes, your parents or grandparents had to deal with some level of bureaucracy in their daily lives, but they had pensions, so they didn't have to manage their retirement funds. There was fewer predatory products out there. And so I believe truly that I think the cognitive load of being an adult or a functional adult has like completely exploded. And the thing to know about sludge is that it is a regressive tax on time. So if you are working multiple jobs, caring for your family, managing a chronic illness, a lot of times you don't have the hours to fight the insurance company or read over all your bills and statements. And so what'll happen is if you have the money, the resources, you will pay someone to handle the sludge. Everybody else will either have to pay the premium or pay with their finite time and energy. And what happens is a lot of this is framed as a personal failure. Like people just don't understand their money enough, or they're not functional enough to be able to handle these things. Like they don't have adulting skills. But a lot of it is this system that we're in, which is so complex and so exhausting to, move through, and has just made people more and more dissatisfied with what's going on.